Welcome back, you guys. Well, today we're going to work on our skirt as promised. There's a few things that you would need for fitting your skirt in tissue today. That will be your perfect pattern paper or your tissue paper that you got from the gift department in your supermarket or at Walmart or Target. The other thing that you will need is your measuring tape. I'll put that around my neck so I don't lose it. Your tape with a nice little tape caddy, your pen for marking, a scissors, and then your mirror. Your mirror will be so that you can see the back of your tissue when you stand in front of the mirror. So what you will do, I don't use this. I have two big mirrors, one swivel and just one cheap standard mirror that I got from Walmart. So when you do use a handheld mirror, all you do, it's pretty easy. Just hold it across your shoulder and then peek to the back, see where you need to do your changes, put it back and do your changes. And that's it. For those of you that did not watch the previous videos, we are working on a McCall's pattern from Patty Palmer, which is M5335, and we are making this skirt. The other thing that you will need is a 1/4 inch elastic. The only reason you need that is to mark the waist. Now, I know sometimes we don't know exactly where our waist is. The easy way to find that is just to bend to the side and see where you have a fold, can I say, and just then make sure that the elastic sits right in that fold. It's normally where you will have your jean, you know, and fasten your jean. So that's pretty easy finding your waist. The next thing you would do is to measure around the widest part. If it's not your waist, it will be your hips or your thigh area. For me, I did it around my hips and it came out about 39 inches. Now my pattern does not come in at 39 inches, and what you will do in that case is buy one pattern smaller. You never want to buy a pattern bigger because it's too many fitting issues that you will have, so always go one number smaller. So I ended up using a number 14, and that will be for my 39 inches. So I know that I'm about 1 inch short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my perfect pattern paper and I'm going to add it to the side seams only at this point. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Now I like to press my pattern just before I start doing anything to it. Remember, when you guys have the tape on the pattern paper, do not iron on the right side. Please iron on the wrong side. Otherwise you will melt your tape and it will be disastrous. And no steam, just a lukewarm iron. I have mine set on number 2, and that will just get all the creases out and make it so much easier to fit and to get the perfect pattern paper sticked on here. The first thing we want to do, because we work with tape, sometimes if you do not put pins in the tissue paper tends to fly up and you may have a case where you stick the tape where you don't want it. So I do suggest that you put about 3 or 4 pins right up the side seam. And normally I would have just went ahead and just pin it with pins, but because I know I'm about 1 inch short around my waist, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 2 inches of the perfect pattern paper. You may ask, why 2 inches? Well, I know I'm short 1 inch. I need 5/8 for a seam allowance, and then just a little bit extra just for in case. This one is not long enough, So I will go ahead and use this that I've already rolled up onto a little toilet roll. Just make it nice and easy. Okay, and let's see how quick we can get this done. Now I'm just laying my paper right on the first marking that I have, feeding my previous piece of tape so that I make sure that I overlap my taping, just to make sure that your paper won't tear on you. Have overlap the tape. Move that pin up. Take some more. This is pretty fast once you get used to it. Okay, and we're all done with this side. Now we're going to do the front. Make sure you got all the pins out before you move it up. Put that to the side. And remember, when you guys buy pens, to buy the Dritz glass head pens, the 0.5 millimeter. They are really nice to work with, not just for the pattern fitting, but also to sew with. If you are somebody sewing over your pens, you will see that these really work just a little bit easier. And we will tape this side quickly. Oops, and I'm running a little short here on my paper. So, but I'll just add a small piece that I already had, and we will be all set. Now we will pin the back and the front together, and it's always wrong sides together. I forgot to put a piece of tape right here where I came in with a new piece of tissue paper. And do try to pin the pins down to the bottom. That way you don't get hit with a pen. I mean, you learn as time go on what is the right and the wrong way with these pens, because they do hurt if you put them in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna finish pinning this